Hey everyone, it's Marissa and Baby Yoda, and welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. Our fun activities focus on topics such as science, history, health, and even art. First, let's learn some vocabulary words to guess what we're going to learn today. Our first vocabulary word today is Norse, and Norse means related to medieval Norway or Scandinavia. I wonder where these places are. Good thing we have a globe right here. So this is us in the United States, and then this over here in Northern Europe is Norway. And Scandinavia is not its own country, but it is related to the area where Norway, Denmark, and Sweden are. Our second vocabulary word for today is culture, and culture is the habits, beliefs, and tradition of a certain group of people. There are many different types of cultures all over the world. Our next vocabulary word today is mythology, and mythology is tales describing the adventures of beings with more than human powers that attempt to explain mysterious events. Our next vocabulary word today is realms, and realms are the homes to different kinds of beings. If you could have a realm, what would it look like? That sounds so cool. If I had my own realm, I would make sure there were lots of waterfalls and flowers everywhere. Baby Yoda also has a vocabulary word. It is gods, and gods are beings that are believed to have more than human powers. Did you guess what we're going to learn today? That's right! Today we are going to learn about Norse mythology, which is where some of our favorite superheroes come from. Today we have Bianca and Rachel to help with today's learning. Let's go see Bianca with their amazing activity.
Hi! So before we begin our activity, let's learn a little bit about the people who lived in the Nordic region that helped inspire some of the superheroes that we have today. So let's go ahead and get started. These people were called Norsemen, and they lived in a land called Scandinavia before the 11th century. So that was a really long time ago. So you may now know this land as Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. And the Norsemen were a group of people who were extremely skilled sailors and pirates who would travel the sea in boats called longships. And just like it says in the name, these boats were really long. They were about 45 to 75 feet long and built out of oak trees. So these Norsemen would travel in longships. However, when they needed to take a break, they would go ahead and stop at bays. Do you know what bays are? Yes. Bays are a coastal body of water, so they would go ahead and stop on the coast, and that is where they would take a break. Since they would frequently stop at bays, they would eventually earn the modern nickname of Vikings. So yes, the Norsemen are what you know as Vikings. And the reason that they were called Vikings is because of the Old Norse language. There is a word Vik that means bay. Now, what do we know about Vikings? Yes, we know that they were fearsome warriors who would travel all over the sea in search of treasure, land, and wealth. And because of this, they never knew when they were going to go into battle, so they always had to make sure that they had some sort of protection, which is why they would carry around these round wooden shields that were made out of iron, and that is exactly what we are going to be making today. We are going to be making our own Norse-inspired shield today, but before we get started, let's go and see what materials we need. For our materials today, in order to make our shield, we will be needing a large piece of cardboard. You can use whatever cardboard you would like. It can be from a box or an old poster board. Some paintbrushes, duct tape, paint. I will be using black and yellow, but you are welcome to use any color that you would like. And lastly, scissors. When it comes to the scissors, make sure that you ask an adult for help, as we will be doing a lot of cutting and we don't want you to get hurt. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to grab your piece of cardboard, and in the middle you're going to draw a really big circle. So as you can see, I already drew a circle around, but you can make it smaller if you would like. And once you have your circle, you're going to grab your pair of scissors, Or you're going to ask an adult around you to help you with this part. And you're going to cut as best as you can your circle. And so while you're cutting, it might be a little tough, which is why it's important to ask an adult for help. Once you finish cutting, you should be left with a big circle like this. Our next step is to put the iron on our shield. So using our duct tape, you're going to cut out 2 long pieces of tape. And you're going to place it vertical across the shield. And it's okay if there are a couple of creases. You're also going to do this going the opposite way as well. So go ahead and stick those sides down, just like so. And there we go. We should be left with a circle with a plus sign in the middle. Now our next step is to put the iron around our shield. So we are going to grab smaller pieces of duct tape and we are going to go ahead and tape the ends to give it a cleaner look. So you're going to grab your tape and you are going to stick it on the ends. So at first, if it doesn't come out looking like how you want it, go ahead and just start over. And make sure to crease the tape back. And you're going to need about 12 pieces of tape that are about 4 inches each. And keep in mind, it does not have to be perfect. And then I'm going to skip over this section right here and use a smaller piece of tape for that later. And same thing for this section. I don't want to use the big pieces of tape for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and tape up the ends that I missed. And just like that, you should be left with a shield that is covered in iron. Now once we have our iron on, it is time to paint our shield. So I will be using the colors yellow and black, but you can use whatever other colors you would like. Now once you have finished painting, go ahead and let it sit for a couple minutes so that way the paint can dry. While our shield is drying, we can get started on the next part. For this next part, you will be needing the cardboard from earlier, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be cutting out a smaller circle about 3 to 4 inches long. It can be a lot smaller too, depending on the size of your shield, and this will be going right in the middle. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be covering this circle in duct tape. And in order to not waste tape, I'm going to cut some of the excess. And I am going to use this at the end. And then you're going to fold the sides. Just like so. And now you should have this metal piece that is going to go right in the middle. So we're going to grab another piece of duct tape, and on the back we are going to stick this on here like so. And then we are going to stick this right in the middle. So your shield should look something like this. Now our shield is almost ready, except now we have to make the handle for the back of the shield. So what you're going to do is you are going to turn your shield around, and you are going to grab a large piece of duct tape like this, and you're going to fold this in half, hot dog style. And this is going to be used for our handle. So you're going to go ahead and just place this down like so. Or you're going to grab another piece of duct tape, and you are going to tape one end and make sure that it sticks really well. And you're going to do the same thing for the other end. And now, and if you make a mistake, if you make it too tight, that's okay. You can just unstick one part and loosen it up and re-stick it. So now you should have a handle for your shield. And just like that, our shield is complete. Ta-da! Now we should have these awesome shields to help protect us that we can carry around everywhere. You guys did an amazing job. I think it's safe to say we are ready to carry this on to our next adventure with Rachel. See you there!
Wow, everyone! Wasn't it so much fun to make your very own Viking shield? They all look amazing and super strong. Now that you have your Viking shield, grab it and prepare yourself, because we are going on an adventure to the different worlds of Norse mythology. Now, are you ready to go? Awesome! Let's go! First, here we are in the world of Asgard, the land of the gods. Now walk quietly so that the gods don't hear us. And first we have King Odin, who is a descendant of Ymir, who was a giant. Also in the realm of Asgard is the queen, Frigg, who is goddess of the sky. Now over there, look, it's Thor, the god of thunder and protector of the 9 realms. And look over there, we can see Loki, who is the trickster god. And if you look to your left, you can see the 2 gods, Freyr and Freya, who were descendants of the god Njord, who was the god of the sea, and the frost giant, Skadi. Now, what was that noise? Sounds dangerous. I think it's time we get out of here. Let's go. And look where we are now. We're in Midgard, also known as Earth. It's where humans live and where us humans live our day-to-day lives. Now, let's move on to the next world. And here we are in the next realm. This realm's name is Niflheim. It's very dark and cold here, so let's move on. And we've moved on to the other extreme where it's super duper hot. We are now in Muspelheim. This is the land of fire. Now, let's get out of here. It's pretty hot. Much better. But there's still danger because now we are in the land of giants. This land is called Jotunheim, and these giants are constantly fighting the Aesir, who are the gods of Asgard. Now, let's keep traveling and move on. Why look, we're in a new place. This realm is called Vanaheim and is the land of also gods that are different from the Aesir. They are younger and they practice magic and sorcery. No one truly knows what this land looks like. It's very mysterious. Now, let's move on to the next realm. Wow, it's so beautiful and nice here. It almost feels like there's magic in the air. This is because we're in Elfheim, where the elves live. These elves are known for their magic and their art and music. It really looks like they're having a fun time in the forest. Now, let's move on to the next realm to learn even more about the different worlds of Norse mythology. And now we're in the realm of Svartalfheim, which is where the dwarves of the 9 realms live. They are masters at craftsmanship, and they forge different swords and armor and shields. Now, let's move on to the last realm. This realm is not very fun. This realm is called Helheim, which is where the dead that did bad things in life go. It's not very fun, and it's ruled over the goddess Hel. Now, let's get out of here. We've made it back safe, and we're back in Midgard, or the lands of humans. Great job today on that adventure, and for making your very own shield. It sure protected us on that journey. Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to watch out for more videos that will be uploading soon. Amazing job today, everyone, and have an amazing week. Bye!